like I said before, first thing I ever do, bit tricky filming in here, tight. I need a camera. Someone wants to send me a camcorder, that's what I need. A nice digital one. Just a little one will do. Pull the plastic off. People leave the plastic on, and if there's a chip underneath this plastic, you're not going to know until you take it off. So take it off, check the bath, then screw everything onto it. Just the electrician in my way, but it's alright, I can manage. Now once you take it off, now that is a coating underneath the plastic, can you see that? Can you see that? Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to clean that off and check the bath, because that shouldn't be there. And that were underneath the plastic. What is that? So we'll get a cloth, we'll clean it, and we'll check it. Make sure it's alright. I'll just show you a close up. And you see it? Now that we're underneath the plastic. So if you want to tuck it off, and if there is any marks there, you want to see it. After giving it a good clean, 10 minutes it should have come clean, that bath. They've obviously been spraying in unit and then covered it. So we've cleaned it all up nicely. Now we're going to spin it round, check the bath. Like these with these little wooden frames round them. They're quite flimsy then. So what I do is I'll silicone down all the corners now, and then, because sometimes, see that, it's only just in that, and sometimes they're even loose. So I silicone all in the edge, all the way around it first, before I build the legs on. So what I do, first job when I've got one of these baths, I always silicone this wood frame, stick it in, because they're never in properly. And look at the state of it, they can't even get them straight, do you know what I mean? So I just run around it with my silicone, only takes you a second, but then if there's any movement on that, it's going to be stuck, because this silicone will stick that to that like no tomorrow. That'll do it. So now I've gone round it, you get your leg pack. Now with these, the same, you build your leg frame up like that. I would do it 100mm off there, screw that into that, and then we have to drill them. But with these, the screws that you use are the ones that come with it. You got to make sure you use the screws that come with it, because you screw through that, new bath, knackered. Before I screw that on, I'll run silicone along that, and then I'll stick it on and screw it in like that. I just silicone everything, I like it, because you know for a fact it's going to last, it's going to stick, and you're going to screw it. Job's a good one. So what I do with these, I measure straight down, universal bath. I always drill this, because if you don't drill it, you'll split the wood. So I measured 5'10" there, 5'10", measure 5'10" here, 5'10", then I just drill it like that, bish bash, bosh. And then you can screw them both in, and you want to split the wood. Put the bracket that way, because I like to throw them all over. Put the bracket that way. Screw Screw them on like that, either side. Pull my pants up because I know you're all dirty perverts and you keep looking at my bum. You know what I mean? And then we know this one's going to match because we've already measured it. 5'10", we've done them the exact same. 5'10". You could even silicone them for good luck, but that'd be entirely up to you. Then trim the silicone along that bath there. Beautiful. Silicone around that. Silicone around that. You get my gist with the silicone. Then get it in that hole there. Get it in this hole here. Get it in, jam it in.
Right.
Then you use your screws. Look down it, make sure that's straight line. What you want to do is, before you screw this in, that rail must be touching that. Sometimes they get jammed on there and they're not touching, so when you screw it, you're pulling the bath out and then that screw's not going to hold. Make sure it's in firm. So then make sure, whatever you do, drill the bath. Drill it all there. Get on a screw. Screw it in. Because if you don't do that, what happens is someone will lean on that and that metal bar don't go all the way down there. So that part of the bath is flimsy. It'll push in. Vital. And then just wipe your silicone around. Wipe it on there. Do the exact same to the other side. And then get some silicone down there. Beautiful. Some silicone down there. Wipe it off. Some silicone down there. Some silicone down there. Wipe it off your fingers or wipe it on your trousers. And then what I'm going to do, I do the same. Now these baths, I build these up the exact same every single time. Without fail. No changes. And when I fit them, they fit for life. I don't worry about them coming out because I'm not taking it out, I'm fitting it. So I want it to last. So that way, if these screws come unloose, because they're a crap system, this, basically. The other baths with the legs where they're bolt on are a better way, but this is what we've got, this is what we fit. So I do it to make sure that this bracket stays firm, them legs stay firm, that stays firm. All that's it. That's it, lovely. Get a bath on, and then with this in, they've actually sent the centre leg. Always screw the centre leg upwards before you put it on the bath because you don't want the bath rocking like that. Then you can put it down after. Make sure it's not high enough to go through the bath. Centre for a reason. Bang that in there, in the centre. But what I do with these baths, I always put like a little 2x3 frame underneath. I just cut a couple of blocks and I put a couple of blocks in because when people are getting in, if they're getting a belly on like me, do you know what I mean? There's some timber going into that bath. So you want that base solid. So I just put a little look over 2x3. Normally I put it down there because I don't have a centre leg. So really I shouldn't have put that on because I would have put one on. But I'll show you as we go on. Now we get the waist out and get it done. This is a clicker waist. I only use clicker waist. Go there. Bish bash bosh on. Silicone that up as well. Silicone everything. Everything. I love it. Today I'm using 785 Dowel. This is very good silicone. Never use cheap. Buy cheap silicone, pointless. Defeating the object. I only use McAlpine waste. If they send me something else, I don't use it. McAlpine Glicker waste. First thing I do with it, screw this up, because once you put it on bath and you silicone it, it goes all over. Now, water can never ever get past that point. If it gets past that point, I'd start whittling, because it'll get past the bath, obviously. So, tape it on. And then once you get it to the top like that, I just seal it. Like so. This bathroom's getting tiled and tiled in, so I seal around that. Then I put the rubber on. Then I seal around the rubber. Now, not everybody does it like this, but I do it like this. And the only person I'm bothered about is myself, not coming back. See that hole in it? See that hole in it? What do you think's going to seal that? Screw's not going to seal it. Silicone. Beautiful. Silicone in that hole there. But when we screw that through it, seals it up. Then we'll get round here. Make sure that's in centre of bath. And wherever there's gap and water, it finds. It always does. Tighten it up with a little spanner what they've got. That's why I've got arms of steel. Because I always use my electric stuff, that's why it's taking me so long. Double check that you're in centre of the waste, because the hole's bigger, so it'll move side to side, left and right, up and down. Make sure it's nice and flush. Nice and tight. And then, you guessed it, silicone. People say, oh, what if you need to get it off? I'm not bothered about getting it off, I'm fitting it out of your cat pots. If I were getting it off, we'd be defeating the object, wouldn't we?